Boys, the UFC heavyweight division is the worst division in the entire UFC right now. It's just a completely dead, deserted area filled with fat, overweight, most of the time light heavyweight and middleweight fighters. But I don't even know, like, the thing is, I don't even know how the hell you would fix this shit. I'm gonna give you guys some solutions on what we can do moving into 2025, how we can repopulate this dead division and hopefully make it into, one of the better divisions in the UFC. But as of right now, this shit's just dead. And a lot of people are saying, yeah, that has to do a lot with, John Jones holding up the title. Not really. Yes, that's a big problem, but that's not the biggest issue that we have with the heavyweight division. That's just, a problem with keeping things moving title picture wise. Title picture wise, yes, I agree. John Jones is fucking everything up, but actual talent in the heavyweight division is non-existent. Let's quickly go through the top 15 right now in the heavyweight division. Obviously, John Jones, Tom Aspinall as the interim champ. Then we have Ciryl Gane, someone who's extremely inactive. Serghei Pavlovich, who, we've seen get fraud checked now. Then we have Curtis Blades, Jailton Almeida, Serghei Spivac, Stipe Miocic. It's bad that Stipe is ranked 8th in the heavyweight division and hasn't fought in literal years and is coming off a knockout loss. It's crazy how he's still in the top 10. Marcin Tybura, Rosenstrike, Derek Lewis, Tai Tuivasa, same thing. It's crazy how Tai Tuivasa can still be in the rankings after coming off, what is it, a 4 fight losing streak now, all by finish. Then we have Lima, Acosta, and then just McParkin here. Now, to be honest, these rankings are all ass. All these guys in heavyweight are garbage. Let's be realistic. And it's not even just the top 15. The entire roster is just garbage. Let's go down. This is another way we can look at it. We also have, Martin Bade, an up-and-coming guy. Maybe he has a future here. We have Jonana Deniz. He's fighting this weekend. Hopefully he can show that, he has potential. Dontel Mays, just a failure in this heavyweight division. He's not going to be anything special. Again, a fat heavyweight. Kennedy, he moved up to light heavyweight. Jamal, also a fat heavyweight who's just getting wins over fat heavyweights. Thomas Peterson, again, same thing. Mohammed Usman, garbage. Literally top tier trash. Then we have, again, just fat heavyweights. Justin Tafa, Chris Barnett, Lucas Bredsky, Walter Walker, like trash. I don't understand how the heavyweight division can be so bad. These are all just, look at these guys compared to any other division. They're garbage. Junior Tafa, Austin Lane, not even fat, just garbage. Chao Mikado, also just garbage. It's crazy how these guys are in the UFC. Then Robelis, that boy got cut for being so bad. But I don't understand how we can even have a heavyweight division with the roster we currently have. Yes, there are some fun fighters here, but if you realistically look at a lot of these fights, it's two fat, overweight guys fighting till exhaustion, and it feels like, especially nowadays, most of the time it's going to the decision, and they're just laying on each other. But again, people say it's all John Jones' fault. He's holding up the division. Okay, John Jones, let's say John Jones is done. He's out of here. Now we have Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall will probably fight maybe a Ciryl Gane. Let's say he beats Ciryl Gane. He already beat Volkov, already beat Pavlovich, already beat Blades. Are they really going to give Jailton Almeida, Serghei Spivac, Marcin Tybura, Jairzinho Rosenstrike, Derek Lewis, Tai Tuivasa? Like, do I have to keep going down? Are they going to give those guys title shots? It's crazy. I think we're going to see a very dark place in the UFC heavyweight picture, and I don't know. I'm scared for what the title reign of Tom Aspinall is going to be. It's either going to be, one in a blue moon title defenses because there's just nobody to fight. It's going to be a bunch of rematches. It's going to be something along those two. And I'm scared for what it's going to be because Tom Aspinall has potential to do very well in this heavyweight division, but there's just nobody for him to fight. No name value, no one to sell out tickets, no one to promote. There's no way UFC is going to be making any good money having a heavyweight main event, There's just nobody, even right now, John Jones versus Stipe, nobody's really that interested in it. Now, I do have a few solutions, we can do. If the UFC you want to save some money and don't want to spend lots of money, I think a good thing they can do, let's start let's start putting some of these older light heavyweights that have a name into heavyweight. That would be a great addition. Let's go to the top 15 of light heavyweight. Right away, I want to see, Dominic Reyes, Anthony Smith, Johnny Walker. I want to see those guys for sure, those three guys, maybe a Volkan Oezdemir, depending on how his career goes. He's having a little bit of a run right now, but for sure, those three that I just listed, I want those guys to bump their ass up to heavyweight. I guarantee they would be, again, still in the top 15, probably top 10 of heavyweight. At least we'll have some name value, some exciting, fun guys, some guys that we recognize on paper. And I think they would do good because, again, they're all just fat heavyweights. And to be honest, if they want any sort of run to the title, heavyweight's their best bet. Now, other than that, other than keeping the people that we already have in the UFC and moving them up to heavyweight, is there anything else we can do to help this dying division? I think so. I think maybe we do, I don't know logistically how it would work, but instead of a Dana White Contender Series and we have a bunch of just all over the place divisions, maybe we do a season, maybe we do a new show that's dedicated to the heavyweight division. Maybe we get the top 10, top 15. Let's do the top 10, maybe even just top 5 of every single small promotion, big promotion. We get their top 10 guys and we have them fight. If they win, they move up to the UFC. It's that simple. We need to repopulate the heavyweight division. At the same time, I do understand outside promotion typically are just ass, but right now, the heavyweight division is pretty much an outside promotion. They're just, especially the non-ranked fighters. You're telling me that someone like a Walter Walker would not be around that 28th ranked outside the UFC? I mean, I guess he was fucking undefeated before he got into the UFC. That's the hard part, We'll have to be semi-strict about it, bring in some good record guys. At the end of the day, maybe heavyweight is just doomed. I don't even know, to be honest. If you guys have any solutions on what you think we could do to fix this heavyweight problem, because let's be realistic, heavyweight division right now in the UFC is by far the worst it's ever been. And yeah, I truly just, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if my idea of getting some outside talent would work, because we go through the rankings, not a good portion, but there's a few guys, that we saw here outside the rankings of the UFC, I believe Walter Walker might have been a champion somewhere. We've seen some of these guys, even Robelis de Spain. It's hard to find some talent is what I'm trying to say. Maybe we say, fuck it, we get some guys that are in light heavyweight outside the promotion, and we say, we want you to be a heavyweight fighter in the UFC. That's the only way we'll sign you. If you become heavyweight, sign them to at least a 3-fight contract in heavyweight. Maybe we do something like that. But to be honest, I truthfully have absolutely no idea what to do with heavyweight other than the things I just mentioned. But even then, it seems like this division is destined just to die out. The only saving grace I could see to bring some entertainment into heavyweight, I've been saying this for a minute now, if Jon Jones and Stipe both retire this weekend, I don't think we'll know right away. I think it's going to take a few months for Jon Jones to officially retire and for Dana to be like, yeah, he's officially retired, we're moving on. If that does happen, mark my words, they are skipping over Magomed Ankalaev, because at the end of the day, I've been saying it for months now, fuck Magomed. All my homies hate Magomed. They're going to do for the unified heavyweight belt, Tom Aspinall versus Alex Pereira. There's no reason why they wouldn't. That's the biggest fight they could ever make at heavyweight at this point. Does Tom Aspinall versus Jon Jones sell more than Aspinall versus Pereira? Who's a bigger draw right now, Jon Jones or Alex Pereira? You guys have to remember, you guys can't just be thinking of right now and all the glaziness that has been going on with Jon Jones. Jon Jones has never really been a pay-per-view draw. Don't forget that. So To be honest, I think Pereira versus Aspinall would be bigger than John Jones versus Aspinall. Only pay-per-view wise. Hype wise, even hype wise, I think for just wanting to see John Jones flatline, maybe then you can say it's bigger and better. But yeah, I really don't know what to do with this heavyweight division. It is complete garbage. Again, if you guys have any suggestions on what could be done to heavyweight to improve it, please let me know in the comments below. But, with all that being said, quickly look at this shit too. 99% of you guys are just watching this shit for free. Help your boy out. Get to 1,000 subscribers. We're pretty close already. And yeah, stop being a hoe about it. Just help your boy out. And with all that being said, boys, there's really not that much else left to say except for I will see you guys in my next video.